What's up, guys? It is Carly here bringing you your Tuesday review on body bags, and today I'm going to be talking about a part 4 in a series of movies, and that is Amityville for the Evil Escapes from, I believe, the year 1989. Reason I'm talking about this one today is because I just saw this the other night. It was a double feature of this one and part 6, It's About Time, and it was a pretty cool experience because I never saw really any of the sequels up to part 3 and the remake for Amityville. I never saw those like middle weird sequels, so I thought it was pretty cool and fun. Unfortunately, the turnout sucked and it was only me, JP, and then this other couple in the theater, so that was very unfortunate just for the fact that it basically failed, but I had a good time, and yeah, I figured I would just talk about this movie because I noticed no one else has talked about this one on the channel yet. So yeah, Amityville 4. The story here revolves around this family that consists of a grandma, her daughter, and her daughter's 3 kids. The daughter and the 3 kids move in with the grandma, I believe, because their father has just passed away, so they're moving in just for the help. And meanwhile, the grandma has just received a gift from her sister, and it turns out to be this kind of strange looking old lamp that the sister got at this sale, and it happened to come from the Amityville house because they were selling all the stuff from there, and the sisters kind of play this prank where they buy each other really crappy gifts every year, and that just happens to be the gift that the grandmother gets. So she gets this lamp around the same time that her daughter and 3 kids move in, and upon getting the lamp and them all moving in, weird stuff starts to happen, and the main weird things going on are the electricity is anything that is hooked up to anything is kind of coming to life or just turning on by itself. Like there's a part where a chainsaw comes on by itself, and then there's a part where the garbage disposal starts to work because the switch flickers. So basically just stuff like that, and the grandma's kind of like, is it the kids that are doing this, or what the heck's going on? And yeah, later kind of learn, or well, early on you kind of figure out that it is this lamp that is haunted and is causing all these issues. So that's basically what you're dealing with here. Obviously, it's not taking place in the Amityville house. I believe all these sequels are after part 3 don't really have to do with the house. It's more just the stuff that came from the house, which I think is an okay concept. Obviously the house is very iconic and creepy, but to try to make more sequels, you can't just keep having people move into the house and all that, so you kind of need to go ahead and do something different. So I don't really have a problem with that. I really like the lamp, honestly. I kind of thought it was a cool design. It was actually kind of creepy. I know that's kind of weird to say an object is creepy, but it's just like this really tall, basic lamp, and I don't know, it just kind of gives me the creeps and would give you a bad vibe to have in your home. So I thought it was a pretty interesting object to go with. The characters in this movie are okay. They're some of their acting's a little iffy, but I also find it to be pretty entertaining and fun and almost comical at times, just some of the characters and how they're acting and what they're doing. So I didn't have a problem with that really either. I thought it was a pretty fun time. Overall, this movie was just something put on for enjoyment purposes. It's not the best thing ever. I will say I liked it a lot better than Amityville 3. So yeah, I kind of thought going into these sequels, I thought they were going to be probably pretty bad and also pretty boring, but I was pleasantly surprised because, like I said, I had a lot of fun with this one. I think, also another thing with this is there's actually some gross scenes in it as well, with just blood and goopy stuff and just some gross stuff going on in this movie that I wasn't really expecting for a movie like this. So I do give it props for that. So overall, though, like I said, it's not amazing, but it's definitely better than part 3 as far as entertainment goes, because part 3 I could barely pay attention to. It made me want to fall asleep, and I just didn't enjoy it much at all. With this one, you're going to have a fun time and you have a fun group of characters playing the family members, and some of the kills or the just scenes of strange things going on with the electrical problems are pretty entertaining. So this movie I gave, I believe, a 6.5 out of 10. I would say check it out if you're into the Amityville films and you want to try to watch all of them, or if you just want to watch a fun movie about something that is haunted and you don't really want to take it too seriously. So 6.5 out of 10 for Amityville, The Evil Escapes. Thank you guys once again for joining me for this Tuesday review, and I will see you next week.